Hello? 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 The cat. Oh, puppy! I'll pet you. I love you, puppy. Bones are covered with tiny bite marks. I'll come feed you later. Now we're outside. That's a villager. Is there anything up here? Villager, villager, I'm not gonna talk to you. Back into the inn, I think. Wonder what cool stuff he can do. Alright, let's go back in. Back in. And I want to check out that other room. I want to check out this room. Is anybody in here? Huh. Let me pick a few things. A book and some lockpicks. Books drawing how Eothas and Lurder comprise and composition. Lockpicks. Yeah, I'll try.
The work of a moment.
A nice rapier, light armor, and a duelist hat. What's this? It's for my head. It's for his head. I want a dashing hat. I am dapper as fuck. I like this. What about you? What are you wearing? A hood. What does this say? Hats. I like hats. I like this hat. Light armor DR4. That must be damage reduction 4. Your damage reduction 6. Alright. What are your weapons? Rapier one hand. Can you use shields? You could use a shield! And this is a scepter with a book. I think this is fine. Alright. Let's, is there anything else on the other side? Oh, hi. In guest. Leave me be. Okay. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't want to lockpick in front of somebody else. They might be very... Alright. What's on the table? Coin. Scroll. Book. Okay. So, I can pick up anything that doesn't have, like, the mask on it. So I can steal shit. Alright, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Let's go back outside. Since we've rested already. Alright. Villager, villager. Who's that? Villager. Villager. Okay. Is there anybody else that's named here? Besides Elder, and Ophrah, and the road, and the smithery, and Ingrid, and the windmill, and road east. Alright. Let's go to the temple. Usually, temples are places of healing. I look super dapper in my hat. I really like this hat. Alright. Let's go downstairs. I forgot who I worshipped. Oh! Dude, are you okay? A man lies resting against a wall. One arm's loosely at his side. His sleeve is soaked in blood. He gives you an anxious glance. His features twisted in pain. Have care if you go in. This place is not so empty as I thought. This temple isn't what it used to be. Probably for the best. Times being as they are. I'm no looter, if that's what you're thinking. I'm not one of the faithful either. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up. Maybe you'll have better luck. What? Better luck at what? These ruins around us used to be a temple of Eothas, the scattering god. A grand temple at that. His worships would come from all over Direwood, from Careerest even. Um, until the war, of course. Even then, you get through stubborn ones. Um, go on. Once the legacy started, the Lord decided he'd been too lenient on the Yolothans. Had his people go in, put them to the sword, left them down here buried under a heap of rock. After that, Riadric ordered the temple sealed. It's been years like that, up until recently. Lord Rick hopes if we rededicate the temple to a living god, then we'll be forgiven, and the legacy will end. See? But until then, the temple is, as you see it, unguarded. That's where you come in. Those priests. Maybe they didn't have a lick of sense between them, but they still didn't deserve to go like that, chopped down in their god's house. Doesn't sit right with me. If you go down there, find the remains, maybe we can give them a proper burial. No sum of past, there's coin in it for you if you need motivating. A pleasant surprise to see someone around here at a shed, wait, you want me to bring you some skeletons? I'd bury them where they are if I could. I know it's a little macabre, but if we don't get down there with destroy what's ever left of them. I take it you weren't supposed to be here. Well, I mean, in and out, nice and quick. I'm not hurting anyone. It's just Lord Reddick's forbidden anyone having to do with the scattered god. It may be a little hard to explain to him than you. It's questions first. Yes? Won't Lord Reddick mind us digging around down here? I wouldn't go telling him about it, lingering in these places. It's no good for anyone, but if you do this quick and quiet, we can do right by these peace without raising a question. Who are you? Name's written. I've lived in Gilded Vale as long as I can remember. How grand it used to be. I used to help out the temple sometimes bring supplies, that's all. Why can't you do this yourself? Well, I tried. I only got a short ways before I got in over my head. I haven't raised a blade in a long time. Turns out it isn't something you can just pick up again. Looks like you can handle yourself. Is there any chance there's something more than some old bones? Probably. No one's been through the place since it's been sealed up. Well, apart from me, and I didn't touch anything. Any valuables in there, you get first crack at them. I only ask you do this favor while you're at it. I have no more questions. I'll find them. Then by the flame I owe you a good turn. But listen, the temple's been sealed off so long it's crawling with critters. If you get past them, priests down near the low floor, they'd still be there if they're anywhere. These priests had all kinds of secret changers, secret switches on the wall, tricks, sciences, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out, and take care down there. I wouldn't have to send somebody else looking for your remains. I'll wait here by the stairs, keep a lookout. Maybe try to patch myself up. Alright, I'll go there. I think I need more people with me, though. Sounds like quite the excursion. Can I talk to you again? Because you seem nice. You sound really nice. Plus, I need to look at that elven woman again. Oh, shit. Welcome to the lovely village. Cara di Benza. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bough that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a flake glow around that casts no light on its surrounding. There is a tepid warmth to it, but you feel somewhere you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but in some aspect of yourself that's no worldly dimension. I'll reach out. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading towards the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you expand it enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt in your mind, a ringing electric surge of images, words, and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes. You feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in the wind. You no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in the misty void. The woman gives you a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
I think I survived a bivouac. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
I need to understand something that's happened to me. Oh, now she's looking... What happened to me was bad, wasn't it?
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there.
Uh-huh.
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
Am I drunk?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
How are you able to talk to me? You're dead.
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
You said souls break over time.
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What the fuck do you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties. You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua. Beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
And what about you?
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
And Lord Riddick killed you after you couldn't solve his problem.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer.
Sure, why not? You're already dead.
Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Absolutely nothing?
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
I don't like this guy either. I'm gonna kill him.
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations. Miracle workers. My parents were soul twins. Miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other. Turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
I have other questions.
Of course, dear.
I think it's time to go. I'm done talking to dead people.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Crucible of the Soul. Are you alright? You seemed lost. Do you know anything about Watchers? Well, that's interesting. And I expect that explains how you survived the bivouac. In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they are rare and they seem to have unique insight into certain soul conditions, as you have demonstrated. Let us continue. What the fuck is the Crucible of the Soul?
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
I'm sorry?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
What are you talking about?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Adair. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
And what makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman?
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack, I took you for a Radric at first.
Yeah. Impossible. I don't drool half as much. Ha! So you're already familiar. Still, you'll have to forgive my curiosity. Around here, we'd prefer to turn a blind eye to the dead. I've been out of sorts lately. Of course. We all got our bad days when we stand perfectly still and stare at corpses for a while without blinking. Do you know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Best not use that word round here. There'll be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
You think you think you're going to be hanged?
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
The war? Saints' War. Only one in my lifetime. Fella decided he's the living incarnation of Ethos. Overthrows Red Seers, marches on Deerwood. So we gave him a Deerwoodian hello. Who is Eothas? God of rebirth and redemption. Formerly anyhow. Maybe they called him something different where you're from. What's a Deerwoodian hello?
We blew him up.
Oh! Why was your headman hanged? Got involved. Redrick sent men down here one day, said that they had it good on the authority. Someone in town was working with Kolsak, plotting Redrick overthrow. Said if you didn't come forward right now and then, they'd hang every one of us. No one was coming forward. So switching, that's my headman, steps up and says, they took him at his word. Bound to happen sooner or later, if not for plotting against Redrick, then for protecting me. What does the town have against you?
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys.
Oh,
got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
I really don't like this Raedric guy. He's gonna die. Who's Kolsak? Someone got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably until he catches him. If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? Drinking, mostly. Point to the fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there. That I don't think Legacy started with Wedwin. Do you want to come with me? Where are you headed? Some place called Cal Noir. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before.
Yeah, come with us, dude.
Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger. And a strange one at that. But, truth be told, You might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
That is a fine reason, if I ever heard one.
All right, then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Let's get going. Alright. I leveled. How do I level? Do I click on my portrait? I click on my portrait. Alright. With my camera again. I can't find a place for this goddamn thing. Now I'm talking like Edrig. Great. Alright. I want... I'm not going to be the trap person. Athletics? Lore? Stealth? Stealth? Let's go with survival. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Traps. Alright, let's go. Okay, so... the new guy's probably gonna be my stealther. The elf guy's probably gonna be my lurer. So let's go mechanics, survival, and that. And that's it. Alright, I'm all done. Alright.
I'd be glad to.
17 and a half.
I'm here.
Let's look around town. So there's this person's house. So let's go this way. I am so glad I have more people on my team. I need more constitution. Villager, villager. What's this place? Is that a road? Oh, that's a house. Going in the house. Is there anyone in the house? Hi. A Derudian woman standing, humming to herself or unborn child. She's pregnant.
Hail and well met.
Oh, well, finally. I was starting to think, oh, sorry, I was expecting someone. Can I help you? Nice cat. Oh, thank you. She's a sweetheart. Keeps it clear. Nice. I was just riding in Gilded Vale. Thought I'd get to know the locals. Were you the one with the caravans? Master of Demons by chance? I was. I'm afraid the rest of the caravan was killed. Oh, boy. She's crying. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I knew I told him it was dangerous path to take. Cassila was always so certain she'd be the one to take on any danger. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. Oh, oh, shit. You're Kalisa's sister. Kalisa mentioned that she thought you needed help. Perhaps I can provide some assistance. That's kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I took Kalisa as much as I could, but all I know is every child born has been soulless, empty. It's happened to too many mothers, and Lord Roderick, he's exiled them all, calling it a sign of God's disfavor. With my Hathor gone, I don't know what I'd do if a man lost my home too. I hoped Kalisa would help me. They say Ringa, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent the child from being hollowborn, but she moved south to Anslag campus 2 seasons ago. I'll find Ragnar for you. You will? Oh, God bless you. I'll give you a coin to pay with her. You need to trouble yourself. It's a drink she fashions out of. It's a lagoon to the south. I will help you in any way I can, miss. Can I take shit from you? Finn Leviathan.
Yes.
Alright. Don't worry. We got this.